And I got so I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it. And oh, it's just so great. So great. And you're just like, oh, fuck. Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about a friggin' book. You already know, based on the title of the video, talking about Nolyn by Michael J Sullivan. Book 1 of the Rise and the Fall trilogy. And this is my little special edition of this. Love it. Oh my God, I've got a hair. Get out of here. I do love this cover though. So beautiful. But I'm gonna set this down. This was a 5-star prediction for me. It came out last year and I just hadn't picked it up yet. I backed the Kickstarters for these books. I already got Fairlane, book 2, and I started it, liking it so far. But yeah, I hadn't started this one yet. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. Let me fucking start this damn book, finally. And spoiler alert, 'twas correct with the 5-star prediction. This one is set 800 some years after the end of Age of Empire, the Legends of the First Empire series. We are following Nolyn, who is the son of the Emperor Nifron, who we meet in the Legends of the First Empire series. So he's half human. His mother's name is Persephone, and half Frey, Elven. His dad, Nifron, is Elven, Frey, as they call them. And he is sent off to fight in various wars in the 800-ish years since his mother's death, and now has been sent to his inevitable death at his father's command, he learns. His childhood friend and love interest, Sephren, is also half human, half Frey. She is the daughter of characters from the Legends of the First Empire series as well. And she is back in Persepolis, the capital of the Empire, trying to advocate for humans to have more rights in a very Frey-dominated Persepolis. But she has a sudden personal crisis when she starts hearing a voice in her head that sends her on a nearly impossible mission in order to save someone she loves. Michael J Sullivan himself says that these books, they are part of a trilogy, but he wrote them in a way where they are kind of standalones. They are set like very far apart in the time of the Empire. Because in Legends of the First Empire, it's events leading up to the creation of the Empire. And then the Rhaeria books, Rhaeria Chronicles and Revelations, are well after this, and the Empire has been gone for a long time. So these books, The Rise and the Fall, are following characters at different time periods within the time of the Empire, when it was a thing. And he wrote them in a way where you don't have to have read. Like, you could pick up book 2, Fairlane, without having had read Nolyn. I mean, obviously, I personally think you're going to get more out of it if you read them in order, probably. But even the other series, he wrote them in a way where it kind of doesn't matter, really, like, what order you read all these series in. You'll have a different reading experience depending on it. Like, I read Legends of the First Empire first, and then read Rhaeria Revelations, and had a different experience and like was picking up Easter eggs in Rhaeria Revelations that I'm like, wait a minute. And it's set like so far after the events of the first series, like the prequel series, that like history, they've gotten so many things wrong that having read Legends, I'm like, oh my God, this is all wrong. So that was a different reading experience than had I read Revelations first, right? But again, you can read them in whatever order you want. You won't have anything spoiled for you. You'll pick up on Easter eggs differently or not pick up on them, but you're not going to have anything spoiled, which is really great. So, getting into my various little categories, characters being the first one, and being the thing that Michael J Sullivan just does so well to me. I didn't love the Rhaeria Revelations series as much as Legends. It's a very different tone and different like thing we're doing here. It's just kind of a different type of story. It's also his debut series, but the thing that I loved about it, that everyone loves about it, is the characters. Royce and Hadrian are just so great. And in the Legends series, those 6 books, I love all of those characters so much. Oh my God. And in this, right away, I loved these characters immediately, and I felt invested in them immediately. in Nolyn and Sephron, who we get chapters of both of their perspectives. But also the side characters, Seymour, Arvis, who we don't even see that much. Loved Arvis. And all of the 7th Sick Ock crew that are with Nolyn. I just like could feel the camaraderie and the chemistry on the page immediately. And even between Nolyn and Sephron, who from their perspectives were getting like memories of each other. They grew up together, and we're seeing like, oh, there was a time when I went and did this thing with Nolyn, and here's where we went and what we did, or whatever. But you don't see them interacting with each other in the present time until well into the book, towards the very end. And when they do like see each other, I was like emotional. Like I was so invested in their relationship just based off of how he wrote them thinking about each other. And it's just so great, so great. For the world building and the atmosphere, I mean, I'm already in love with this larger world. Obviously, I'm invested in it, but it's such a different time period. So it was really cool seeing the city of Perseplicus because it was just being built, starting to be built at the very end of the series, the other series. And in Rhaeria Revelations, it was a long gone, like mythical, did it even exist? Nobody knows where it even was, like lost to history kind of thing. So it was really cool seeing Perseplicus like in its heyday. That was really neat. And I'm obviously, it's pretty common or like standard fantasy races of dwarves, elves, humans, goblins, etc. And like I'm pretty familiar with how they are portrayed in this world already. But yeah, I just think he did a really good job with like showing us Perseplicus. Writing style and authorial voice. Michael J Sullivan does not have a particularly flowery, overly descriptive, lush writing style by any means. Pretty straightforward sentences for the most part. And this results in some incredibly poignant, emotional gut punches, as I call them. Just a sentence popped in that just fucking hits you right in the heart. And you're just like, oh my God. Like the callbacks he does and the Easter eggs. And yeah, just like circling back to something that you weren't even paying attention to at the time. You were just like reading along and just like, okay, that's weird, whatever. Do. And then the payoff comes, we circle back around and you're just like, oh, fuck. I got emotional about a reference to a fucking loaf of bread, okay? If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, the ending. I was just like, oh my God, I can't. I love it. I love it so much. And then things like this, like, where is it? Just these scenes. There's like a battle happening. I won't give any spoilers. Yeah, so I'll just read this one part that'll be pretty vague. Yeah, pretty vague. No, like, details of anything. But this is the end of a chapter. There's this huge, like, battle about to happen. It's kind of like a is all hope lost kind of thing. Like, what are we gonna do? And basically there is an army that is like separated and for magical reasons like cannot get in, but also they're like terrified. And it says, the soldiers outside drew back, apparently no longer confident that the invisible barrier would hold. In the face of the stampeding horde, which poured down the tiers of the city like a dark wave, the bulk of the Empire's forces flinched. But standing before them, 8 men stood their ground. And I got so emotional. I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it. Because it's just like such a simple sentence, such a simple thing. But in like knowing who the characters are and you care about them so much. And you're just like, oh yes, fuck yes. Oh, so great. I love it. I love it. And there's so many references to characters from Legends. Obviously, especially because like these characters, like their parents were those characters. But yeah, just so many Easter eggs and references to them that made me emotional. Talking about Gifford of Ren and his ride. I just can't. Oh my God. Like literal goosebumps right now on my legs. I love it so much. And again, no spoilers, but Malcolm is referenced. And that's all I'll say. I love Malcolm. So yeah, my enjoyment level, thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh, and the pacing, I thought the pacing was really good. I would say it's like a medium-ish pacing. Definitely not slow, but not like rushed or anything for me. I thought it was solid. But yeah, enjoyment, very high. I had such a good time with this. I love Nolyn and Saffron, and I hope we get to see them in Fairlane, but I don't know. I don't know how long they live or not, because they're half Frey, but yeah, so anyways, thoroughly enjoyed it, loved it, 5 stars. Read these books, guys. More people need to read Michael J Sullivan. If you like epic, adult fantasy, even young adult, like I've said this so many times, the Legends of the First Empire series, I feel like is a really good kind of, it's technically adult, but there are younger characters in it, and there's nothing particularly like, ooh, too adult for children or anything like that. It's just that a lot of the characters are adults, and it's like aimed at an adult audience, but it's not like some overly complex world or anything like that. With like, the magic is really cool, but again, it's not like some overly complicated, and the politics and everything, there are politics going on, political maneuverings, military strategy, but none of it is overly complicated or complex. We don't delve really super deep into any of that. It's just so much about the characters. So if you're a character-driven reader that likes fantasy, epic fantasy, read Michael J Sullivan, particularly the Legend series and The Rise and the Fall. That is all, though. Yay, read the stuff. If you have read it already, let me know what your thoughts were down below. Did you love it? Did you like it a little bit, but not as much as I did? Did you hate it? I hope nobody hated it. Don't tell me if you did. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I still love it. And like and subscribe if you feel so inclined and have not already, of course. You can leave a little emoji if you just want to make your presence known. And as always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.